to go. 38 boats, 42 hours to go. Everyone's hyped, ready, locked and loaded. Round North Island, here we come.
All right, well, we're here ready to go. Very nervous, I guess. We've been preparing for this race for 12 months, ticking jobs off with month-by-month increments, and we can honestly say that today we cleaned the bum and the boat's ready. It's going to sit tomorrow on the marina by itself with nothing to do. I guess my advice to anybody doing this race is you just have to prepare and prepare and prepare. We've prepared more duct tape and silicone than can be carried on a boat after our last race where we took on a little bit more water than we should have. We've got spare undies, we've got spare socks which Matt used to dam holes in the boat last time. But we're ready and we're excited, along with a lot of nervousness, but we're out to have a good time, and we're going to push the steward as hard as we dare, and I know she'll hold together and do us well.
So we're the Deep Throttle crew, and we're getting sick and tired of all these plain crew uniforms. White shirts, grey shirts, it just doesn't look any good. We want to bring a little bit of class back to yachting in New Zealand.
Just completely agree. I feel like others perhaps are letting the slide down. Sick and tired of the old polo. It just doesn't bring out the natural flow that is deserving of such a noble and venerable sport.
This is going to be the 5th time I've done the Round North Island race, if I finish it, of course. There's many things I like about the race. Probably the main reason why I started doing the race and why I'm still doing it is because I'm sailing with great friends, and that combined with the adventure, the challenge, and I love sailing, just love being out there, and that's a big part of it. Yep.
Welcome to the SSANZ R&I Evolution, Welcome to the Evolution Sails Round North Island 2020 edition. I'd like to thank Evolution for their sponsorship of the race, and I'd also like to thank the New Zealand Sailing Foundation for their generous support as well.
Wow, what a beautiful day to start a yacht race. Weather's really turned it on. It's absolutely pouring down with rain, which I guess is a good introduction for the CU, because we're starting off as we continue to expect for the rest of the race, being wet. Can't wait.
Well, currently outside it is pissing down. Yep. There's not a lot of breeze happening right now. Hopefully once this front comes through, it might pick up a bit later on. Yeah.
It is wet.
I'm Craig from Satellite Spy, and I'm really excited to be starting in these glamorous conditions. Just lovely. And meanwhile, co-skipper nowhere to be seen.
Is it wet out there? Is it looks, oh look, no, I'm going down. I've got some stuff to do. It looks awful.
Well, it was a good start to the R&I 2020. It was It's great to see that the rain finally disappeared and we managed to get a dry start. Lots of spectator boats, lots of people on North Head. It was a pretty cool buzz actually, waving goodbye to everyone. Since then it's all been pretty easy sailing really. Few sail changes, it's almost champagne sailing. We've kind of dried out from the rain now, and yeah, life is good on all on board. And next stop, Mangouni, here we come.
This is Napier reporting in. There's Jeff on the helm. There's Distraction on the left and Duty Free on the right. There's Tiri Matangi Island, Rangitoto in the distance, Auckland, and then there's the lovely Fifth Dimension with their very swanky see-through headsail.
We just cracked sheets, past Rangi Light, heading towards Terry, 14 knots, and the lulls maybe 9. We're sitting in the 8s, heading north. Good start. Good to see all the boats away nicely, and yeah, already had a beer. Times are good.
So this is Artemai, the first leg to, where are we going again? Mangouni. Yeah, that's right, Mangouni. It's a beautiful evening. All's good on Artemai and we're doing well. Kia ora.
Here we are on leg 1 of the SSANZ around North Island, and had a pretty epic start out of the blocks in the rain, and then our prod sort of came roaring back into the boat at some point, so we've done a few sail changes and we're just setting up now for the evening. It's a beautiful day on the water, loving it.
Dark here is Kia Kaha coming up for a finish. Now, it's Kia Kaha.
Just had to get the grinder out to fix some running repairs on the prod. Anyway, hopefully we can get some downwind gear back up soon and start moving forward again.
Good morning from Gale Force. Just gone 7 AM, we're just going past the Cavallis. Sam's just gone for a rest, I'm just having a coffee. I've had a pretty good night's sleep, but Sam has a real prick of a coast skipper that wakes him up every time he gets to sleep to do a change. Yeah, so he's a bit more tired than me. I've got the throw up, staysail and a full main. Heading to Bergen Point, we should be in a few hours.
Hey guys, so I'm going to describe to you some Kiwi ingenuity. We've just finished the race, leg 1 of R&I 2020, and in the middle of the night we had blocks blow and chocks fly everywhere a number of times, and so we had to come up with a temporary solution. So we got out the grinder and got out the hammer, and we've repurposed our chopping board. So no more cutting food, but hey, our prod doesn't fly all over the show anymore. Isn't that fantastic?
Alright, welcome back. Oh, so Satellite Spy is coming into the finish now. They've just had a really big knock and the boat in behind them is higher ground. So Spy have probably got 2 tacks to go before they'll cross the finish line here in Mangouni this morning. But the Waikawa based boat has had a really good run up the country and will be the first South Island boat to finish this morning. Right, here comes the last tack for Spy, and they're going to come across nice and close to the boat, so we should get some great footage of the final moments of League 1 for Satellite Spy.
Do you hear those knees?
Hear those knees break?
It was good. It was good. Everything worked. Things went up and down and everything worked.
Hello, League 1. Not having to go to the bow. Yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah, out of here Monday. Hopefully get ahead of the this breeze when it's going to be a big hole down there and be able to stretch our legs a bit.
And congratulations to Kia Kaha. They sailed extremely well.
Yep, certainly did.
How did it go? We were late for the start.
Yeah, we were slightly late for the start.
Then we kind of owned it tight reaching, and then it went slightly up, and then went better, and then it got shifty, and then how did it go from there?
Then we got some wheat.
Yeah, then we got some weed, yeah, that really
And Rodney
sucked.
passed us.
Yeah, and then Rodney passed us and finished 5 minutes in front of us or something. That was kind of a low point. Apart from that, really good.
A lot of people thought this was a bit of a gloomy, boring race, but it wasn't. It's like a lot of coastal classics we do where it's all on one tack and it's reaching, but there's tactics on one tack where you need to be high or low and you change your sail modes all the time, and that's tactics in itself. You don't need to necessarily be tacking or jibing to get that, and for sure we didn't get it right all the way, but there's lots of gains and losses to be made, and for us as yachtsmen and sail makers, that's a really interesting game, you know, and it's where it's at these days too, with fast reaching boats. So
any funny moment?
A funny moment?
Not in this race, no. Not in this first leg, sorry. So, apart from this interview right now.
Yeah, this is pretty funny. People don't see us talking very much.
Like this. Yeah. The plan for leg 2 is to beat Clockwork and Serena in Division 2.
Yeah, and just to build on what we've learnt in this leg, because normally we procrastinate with our sail changes a bit too lot. I'm especially bad with that. So just to get on and do it.
They look confused. They look extremely confused. They're trying to find a hole in the main.
It was a pretty nice sail. Didn't do as well as we'd hoped, but we started with a shocking start, and then it was a pretty nice sail after that.
To be completely honest, neither of us got much to say to each other. We've been putting up with each other now for approximately 24 hours. It's kind of enough.
I was going to say 24 years.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that's enough. The highlight of the leg was most definitely the bacon. It always is.
For me, the highlight was a big puff we got before Bergen Point, before Damon panicked, because we were 40 degrees off course, but doing 15 knots. It was fun.
Josh tells lies. He's full of half-truths.
At 4 AM, we're just coming across Cape Brett and in overtaking mode of the other boats, going quite quick, and we hear a thump. We didn't think anything of it in the first sort of couple of seconds, and then the auto helm just sort of lost all steerage, and speed dropped pretty quickly. And when I took the helm, there was absolutely nothing there. Like there was no rudder. The rudder was not working as a rudder. It took a while to jury-rig a emergency rudder, and we actually managed to get the boat to a puer under our own steam with Coast Guard adjacent just in case we needed them. And absolutely amazing the support that we got at a puer. We had a haul out, a boat builder and a surveyor all coming within minutes, and I was absolutely astounded with how quickly we were back in the water, and our shore crew brought the boat round last night, so we are now back in the race and good to go and looking forward to it.
Words for leg 2. Don't go inside Pandora Bank.
We get out there and turn left at the corner, don't we? That's what I'm told.
Right, approaching the Cook Strait, is it if the tide's running out, is it worthwhile just sitting back, just waiting for it to turn, or beat your head?
Nah, you got to do it.
Yeah,
keep on
going.
You got to do it.
Alright, so here we go, start of leg 2. We're ready, boat's ready. Thanks everyone for you guys' support, it's been fantastic. If we can tick this one off, I reckon we'll be halfway home. See you guys at the finish line.
So we had a pretty good start. Unfortunately, the boats that were more out to sea got the northeaster sea breeze that came in. So we're just working our way back in the game now. Yep, so we're well underway now on leg 2, well into it, and longest leg into Wellington we'll see in a few days.
Leg 2, round North Island. We have a start and a whole sea of boats around us. Lovely day up in the far north. Ryan's doing well on the helm. Lots of boats around us. Looking good for rounding Cape Reinga.
Here we are, start of leg 2 out of Mangouni. It's a beautiful day in the north. We got Big Sea Blue up. She's looking mighty fine. We'll stay still inside. We're hunting down Clockwork. Where's she gone? Somewhere there.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Start of leg 2, R&I. Time for a settler. Cheers, Mike.
It's 12:30, just done the start of leg 2 half an hour ago. We had a pretty good start at the boat end. Came in on starboard, bareheaded and hoisted a kite. There was a few boats above us that had a bit of a yelling match. Much better start than leg 1, so we're pretty happy. A lot of boats behind us, got some nice sunshine, and we're heading to Carry.
A fairly conservative start by Max, which was good and safe, and we have 6.5 miles to our first run, which is Cape Celebration.
We just like celebrating. That's the crew of Laissez-Faire. The Lazy Ferry on their way to Wellington! Woohoo!
Here we are, second leg, around North Island. Currently 9.5 miles from North Cape and sailing along nicely in 20 to 23 knots with a 3-sail setup. It's cranking along nicely. We've got the relapse behind us, and then behind them is satellite spy. Windward of satellite is activator. So yeah, happy days.
Hey, so here we are, leg 2. We're just coming up to North Cape now. Had a couple of funky transitions that we got on the wrong side of, but the good ship Serena is now going fast, closing in on the Cape.
G'day from the CU. Well, it's night 1 or evening number 1 of leg 2. Just approaching Cape Reinga. No, I don't think we did great out of Mangouni, but we've got a few of the 35s just in front of us. A few boats behind. Let's looking back to North Cape there. Poke our noses around the corner and see what's going to face us. So it's official, the sea later is north of New Zealand. Cape Reinga in the background. We're off the map. Oh.
And you wonder why we come sailing. This is why. Sunrise in the background. Speed on. Beautiful day ahead.
Yum, fresh fish. Yum.
So here we are back on board the moving violation again. There's Nick and his happy place. Driving, and that is where we are on the map. So we're quite a long way offshore. We've just, I think we've managed to dodge the high pressure as much as we can, and hopefully the breeze is just going to keep on building until it gets to 20 knots, maybe 25 knots. So yeah, all is good on board.
Night 3 on leg 2 of the SSANZ R&I, and it's a beautiful evening. Let me show you outside. Say good day. Good day.
Board Urban Cowboy in the small hours of the morning here, just north of New Plymouth, and we are becalmed. The wind speed says I've got 2 knots of wind speed, but I'm pretty sure that's just going around because of the waves. We're forecast for some breeze in an hour or 2, but it's a beautiful night out, lots of stars. It's just hurry up and wait at the moment. Hope it gets here soon, because otherwise we'll probably go out with the tide.
So it's Thursday morning, 6:30 AM. When I came up, we were doing 0 knots and a complete glass off. We're now doing 3 knots with a 0 up, so that's pretty exciting. Still very glassy out there, nice and calm, and we've been using the autopilot a bit too much last night, so we're charging the batteries, and hopefully we get some breeze, and hopefully everyone else is parked up like us around us.
Doing it tough today, oh Jamie.
Out here, battling away with stuff all breeze. Mount Taranaki in the distance there. It's got a nice little tight battle with Adamai over there. Little shower time on board the Relapse, get nice and refreshed. Lovely hot showers and some beers and chips later.
After being stuck in a hole 3 times today, we're back in another one. This time pretty close to Egmont. We're trying to get out of it with the A1.5, but we're down to about 3 knots of breeze. So time to improve morale. So
yeah.
Cheers, Mikey.
Cheers.
So Ken, what's that bit of land I can see behind you there, mate?
So it is Thursday afternoon. That's Mount Taranaki we can see in the background. We're on starboard jibe heading out to sea. About half an hour ago we jibed in a hole. So hopefully that's a good thing. We'll find out in a few hours, I guess.
How are the sails going?
Yeah, pretty good. Code 0, full main. We've tried the Jenica. We went back to the Code 0. And we have deployed our most important sail, which is the boom tent, because it is really, really hot out here. So this is quite a feature. A racing boom tent, small size, very aerodynamic.
So Jeffrey, what's the game plan? Attack shortly. Sounds like a good game plan to me.
Just charging on in here to Wellington. Also charging the batteries hopefully for the last time, but means we get to have the stereo on. Mikey having his breakfast coke with the best feature ever, the winch mounted cup holders. We got Spy just below the Jenica, about 500 metres ahead.
RNI 2020, leg 2, day 3 in the evening. Oh fuck, day 4, stitch up. I slept one day, that's why. RNI 2020, leg 2, day 4. Whoop whoop. We're in the Tasman Sea, heading towards Taranaki. That's where we like it. And hopefully tomorrow morning we would have catch up on everybody. Maybe, who knows.
There's Wellington. Coming to the top of the South Island. There's the brothers there, and there's the daughter there. Having a blast.
So Ken's got the old family cruiser going quite nicely. 14 knots in Cook Strait, blowing 22. Not overly windy, but it is quite a large masthead spinnaker. And it's quite a nasty sea state. And the brothers just next to us is now casting gusting 32. So Ken and I are a little nervous about this. So we've got a drop line ready. And we're just going to carry it as long as we can. And hopefully we get it down before we wipe out. But if we do wipe out, we've got a plan. Got the little one downstairs ready to go, and but yeah, we're just going to carry on for as long as we can and see how we get on.
Cook Strait! Woohoo! To Wellington!
This is Scotty sending it on this Krakatoa. We've got the 2 headsails, full main, 25 knots of breeze northwesterly, smoking into Wellington. Terrafiti just ahead, and Scott is on fire. Go Scotty!
Special update from the moving violation. We got some dolphins beside us, 32 knots of breeze, 2 reefs in the main and a number 2 up. But these dolphins are so daring. They get right in front of the boat, jumping out of the water, both sides of us. How good is this?
beautiful start up in Mangouni, lovely. Nice downwind start and a run all the way up to the top, and across the top was lovely fresh reach, and I think everyone enjoyed Cape Reinga with the waves, a few bumps and crashes, and then a day and a half of on the wind started. And then yesterday it started to rotate away, so we were able to get into some big gear and enjoyed a beautiful night under spinnaker last night. And then today was Wellington surprise.
It was a wonderful way to be welcomed, full on.
We didn't break sails and stuff like that, but we've got a few systems issues. Our auto helm's not working, and we've got some engine issues and some water ballast issues. So yeah, we'll be busy for the next couple of days.
Don't stand like that.
Do we have to? We've been together for 2 days. 3
2 days?
You go first.
Oh no. We had a good run around North Cape on our way down. The breeze came up quite a lot and put us through our paces, I guess. Came back down the west coast. Whoa, dear me! It's gone! The plank's gone!
The plank's gone!
Just watch it happen. Hey, thanks Tom. What happened at
Are we talking about this leg?
Yeah.
We parked in a big hole like Wide did, and came out of it a day later. No, probably 12 hours later. And the 40s all caught up to us all, and then we had a nice sail last night.
Yeah.
Lovely sailing out there.
And then what happened just now?
They blew dogs off chains.
We got the shit kicked out of us. Holy hecker. One argument this leg.
Yeah.
One argument this race actually so far, so I think we're doing quite well.
It's a good argument when I bite back.
Why is it so smelly?
Smells fine to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Leg 2 is awesome. We love leg 2. We had a pretty good day 1 where we were on the wind and managed to stretch out from our competition pretty nicely, and then an absolute glamour day 2 where it was blue sky and glamour sailing. And then day 3 started pretty good and then got a little bit windy as we came into Wellington, which was not a whole lot of fun. But we got here, and happy days. Tour of the mighty Mr. Kite. Well, there's not really much at sea downstairs in the Mr. Kite. Yeah, this is the tour. So we've got the nav station in the front here. And there it is around there. And the salubrious accommodation down the back. So to get in here, you've got to go pretty much down the list here. This is it. Through the gap. We go in. And then we're in. And that is why there was no video from my bunk, because it's just too tight in here. So much easier to do when the boat's flat and in the marina. A little harder when it's 25 knots going upwind.
Here comes Santa Kid. Woohoo! Woohoo! Epic!
I'm a little sleep deprived, so if I get this wrong, don't laugh. That was close. Nice work.
Hey, I'm speaking.
How are you feeling, boys?
We're good. We're in really good shape. Really good shape.
Well.
Nah, wow. Epic race. It's only halfway.
I love sailing. This is such a fun sport. Like, I was whooping and yelling and just, there was water everywhere, but it was fucking epic. And I was with my old man, so how good?
Yes! Oh. Everybody should do this with their son or daughter. That was an amazing experience. It's absolutely amazing. We had 3 relentless days of pretty much match racing with other people and just non-stop effort, making this boat, which needs 10 people, go with 2 people on it, and it's really tough and really cool and really fun.
We were well over canvassed and struggling to get in the harbour, but yeah, they were so close to home. You knew we couldn't stop to reef because Anarchy was on our heels.
So you just battled on, knowing that the spike was just around the corner.
Great to be surrounded by friends and family again. Met at the dock. Lovely people packing up our boat as we stand here talking to you, having a beer.
I do a lot of the Iridium Go stuff on the boat, and coming into North Cape, the grid files are saying it was about 50-50 whether it was going to be all the way offshore or trying to go in the middle or stuff like that. So we were just like umming and ahhing, knew it was a decision. Then we came around the top, did another grid file. Ben asked me, "Oh, when do we tack?" I said, "We don't." And Ben looked at me with a bit of shock.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a group decision, I'd say. We had to commit fully. If you went halfway, you'd be dead dogs. So about being a small boat, you got to try and upset the big boats, and you're not going to upset the big boats by following them.
I think the most frustrating part was probably being parked for a day and just going up and down, and I think we reached a top speed probably of about -1 for the day and night. I think we did a grand total of 5 miles for 24 hours or something. The best part was the reach with the Red Jenica that we have, and it was an amazing ride. It was really, really good. It was about 24 hours full time, which was good. And just catching wave after wave, it was just marvellous. Really, really marvellous. It's a huge relief to be here, and I'm absolutely knackered.
The most exciting part of the race was the last 12 hours coming into Wellington. We had a very exciting high-speed run down the Cook Strait as we approached Wellington, where it often is so windy, and sure enough it was super windy, but we were lucky it was during the daytime and it was nice and sunny, and we had a lot of fun sailing back down towards Wellington.
Yeah, the most epic ride would definitely be coming into Wellington. We were hauling. We had a full main and a staysail and the jib up, and we were sending. It was great fun.
Got my coffee fixed, ready to go. Get out round the corner and then head into the wind. The duty free goes really, really well upwind once we can get a balance. So sail choice is going to be crucial at that point in time, and hold on, just enjoy the ride.
Here we are for the start of Leg 3. We're heading up to Napier. We're just sitting in the restaurant having a drink and looking at our start line, which is straight up there. And we've got a bit of an interesting forecast. We'll have maybe a send out the harbour, and followed by a whole lot of on up the wind, 30 knots ish maybe. But we're looking forward to getting to Napier. We've been hanging around for a few days, so yeah, just ready to get our skates on.
Okay, we just started leg 3. We're heading off to Napier. We're doing pretty well at the moment. We're just going past Barrett's Reef. I don't know, half the fleet in front, half the fleet behind. Happy with our start, and we'll be in Napier in a day or so.
Woohoo! Go the waka! See you later. Flying along.
Start of leg 3, cruising out of Wellington. The A2 full main at the moment. Across Palliser Bay. Eco on the stick.
We're off Palliser Bay. We're heading towards Cape Palliser. I think it's about
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Cape Palliser's 7 miles away.
7 to 10.
7 to 10 miles away.
Capelia. Our old friends Capelia. Here we have the Boo Boo and the Daemon on the motorboat, leaving Wellington Harbour. Get out, go! Looking good, fellas. Got high ground, clockwork and activator. A little scan out here. Mr. Kite, 52s. Here comes Anarchy at pace. And there's the Muttley and a few other boys behind us. Alright, laissez-faire, we'll see you in Napier.
Just leaving Wellington Harbour. There's the high ground there. We've gone pretty well.
Talk to AJ for a sec.
There's 50, there's AJ.
Down if you go up. Yeah, we'll go down if you go up.
And there's the fleet.
It's 4 o'clock, as you can see.
Out there, Sally? Oh, very good. What's happening?
It's raining and it's
Is it yucky poo?
yucky poo.
But how windy is it?
40s, 40 now.
Just 40 now? Yeah. And your apparent wind angle?
140 to 150.
Yeah, so we are 3 miles from Cape Kidnappers.
Below the line.
Yeah. Here we go again. Napier, or nearly Napier this time, approaching Napier. We left you last night and we had a good breeze aiming straight at the mark. We knew it couldn't last, it didn't. You'll see there's no wind at the moment. Breeze has flip-flopped so many times. I suppose big picture, we think our pain will end when this front blows through. Maybe a couple of hours or so.
So somebody has arrived. Grant was having a pee off the back of the boat, didn't even see it coming. Next month we got 20 knots up our arse. And these guys haven't had it yet, but one way to get into Napier quickly. Here we go!
The best part of the race was hitting 23 knots and a Stewart 34.
That was pretty good. A little sketchy, but good.
The best part of leg 3 was the long upwind. as weird as that sounds, the boat liked it, and we didn't particularly like it because it was really bumpy, but we went pretty fast and that was quite cool.
The best part of the race is getting on a start line and doing it. We've got a lot of effort to get there, and to finally make it and get going is great.
Looks like it's going to be pretty windy for the league home, so I'll wait for our weather guru to get a handle on exactly what we're going to be looking at.
Well, the most challenging part of R&I 2020 has just really been the variations. The holes, the sea state, the breeze, everything changing, always, the shifts. It's just, at no point has there been a time where you can really settle in, relax and just enjoy the ride, until maybe League 4. And
well, fingers crossed, right? Downwind the whole way home. We'll see. We're not that lucky.
Yeah, be ready for a spanking because you're going to get it regardless. Yep. You know somewhere around the traps. And
I think it's going to be a windy downwind. It's as simple as that.
The last league is going to be just as fickle as the other three, I feel.
Staying safe, I think, around East Cape and 30-35 knot southeaster at the moment looks like it could be a priority.
Gone through the emotional range from being becalmed first thing or middle of the night and screaming along under Jinnika and
Advice for Dad. I don't think I want to push that button. It'll just go real bad for me.
Just keep the accelerator down and do it.
I'll be happy when it's over, but I'll be sad that it's over as well, because this is probably going to be my last one. So, yeah, my wife's over it, I'll tell you that.
Oh, well, there's two best parts of this race, I think, for Urban Cowboy. One is going around the top of Cape Reinga during the day. That was probably one of the best afternoons of my life. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was incredible scenery. And coupled with the boys next to us on Satellite Spy, they've just made the race awesome for us. You know, it's always made us work harder, and we've been nipping at their heels the whole way around, and it's just really made it special. So it's been really great.
Perfect.
Work of art. Well, goodbye Napier, it's been awesome once again. Thought we'd just take a little shot here of everybody. Considering we're to leeward of the entire fleet, we can actually get the whole fleet in one shot. There it is. He's still here, stuck to that. Alright, next stop Auckland, send her home.
racing towards the sun.
Surrounding Portland Island, just behind the Gulf Force, have had a great feed out of the bay. Beautiful moon. Yep, no, it's black. But not when you look that way. Captain Robbo, round East Cape. That's it behind us. Finally having some fun out here. It was a pretty painful night of squalls and wind shifts and sail changes with not enough hooning. But now Damon has his hoon on. Hey! Yeah! Hey boy! Woo! Sitting on kind of 12 to 14 knots. About, what, 20 miles from East Cape or something? Yeah, 19. 19 miles. Life's good.
So we're here on leg 4 of the Round North Island race. We've rounded East Cape this morning, and after having a few issues with one of our kites, we've finally got up and going again, and looking good. We've got our fractional blue on, and we are smoking in the right direction.
It's East Cape coming up. What do you reckon, Sam?
Beautiful, mate.
Arena 2020, leg 4, the last one. Day 2. Haha, got it today. Beautiful. So we had a bit of a delay at the start with some electronic issue, some gizmos somewhere in the system, so we don't have any display on the mast anymore. Happy days. But our friend the iPad still shows us how fast we go, and where the wind come from. We just passed East Cape. In the background, I'm not too sure if you will see it, but hey, I'll show it to you. We have the big white A2 up, and now it's up for like 170 miles of grinding back up through the fleet, downwind. Happy days.
Mercury Island in front of us, doing 11 knots. What a glamorous day's yachting it was today. Lovely.
This afternoon we are serving a delicious pre-cooked Ella sausage on Tuscan grain bread with Suimato sauce. How does that sound?
Lunch of champions.
RNI 2020, leg 4, last day on the home stretch. Looks like we managed to go around with a mighty CU. Still a couple of miles to go, but we might have done it. For now, we already have a plan for a little bit of a kite joy through Rangi Channel, just because we can. And we are enjoying a beautiful sunrise over Carminal Town. Carminal Peninsula, I should say. Thanks everybody involved, and yeah, it was pretty fun.
Urban Cowboy just called in at Channel Island. Final corner on the way. Mikey's not even in his beanbag. There
Only
he is.
means one thing, doesn't it?
That means it's light. He's down to leeward. But more importantly, gins and emergency salmon. We're into it.
How epic is this? End of the SSANZ RNI 2020. We're coming into Auckland and we are pumped. We've got Rangi in the background, and Auckland's greeted us with an epic day, and can't wait to see everyone. It's been an awesome race.
Last turning point, North Head, and then time for a cracking, I reckon. You. Cheers.
So it's taken us to go around the whole North Island to get the send into home that we've been looking for the whole way. Smoking in, coming in hot.
Come
Loving
on,
it.
Nice work, fellas. Well done.
Bird wave spinnaker stuff. Don't see that every day. Here we go. Just go down that one. Go on, Fred.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Katie, and we've just finished the Round North Island race two-handed for the very first time.
We've been sailing together for almost 20 years, and some of that's been shorthanded and offshore, and we're both very confident in each other's ability on the boat because we've been sailing together for so long. I know that Katie's got my back and that she's doing all of the stuff in the cockpit that I actually need to be done without having to call back for it. It just happens, and that's great to have someone that you're working with that knows exactly what they're doing and what you need at the same time.
And I think the best part of the race for me was probably coming into port and finishing each leg, and kind of the relief almost of just having done the leg and survived.
Yeah, looking back on the Evolution Sail 2020 Round North Island race is just, for us on Clockwork, it's just a massive sense of achievement. Because of course, you know, for us it was 20 years of looking forward to this race. For having it as a goal, it was on the bucket list, and the amount of preparation that goes into it, both on the boat and ourselves. You know, it's a bit of a motivator for getting fit, the nutrition. But then once you're racing, you know, you've got to have a bit of luck, and we did, and that was really cool. But just, I guess the overriding sense is that it's just such a great event to be part of, and we're just so rapt that we, you know, had such good competitors to race against. The organisation is brilliant. We were lucky with the weather. I think the whole fleet was lucky with the weather, and you know, to come away with a win, I think just both myself and Jamie Logan are just absolutely chuffed.
The advice I give, you know, for people that want to get into this sport, you know, two-handed sailing, is don't start too big. Most of the guys sailing two-handed, you'll find that they can do better on their boats two-handed than fully crewed. So don't be scared that you've only done fully crewed racing. You know, it's good fun. It's awesome.
Do not.